Welcome to the Elect Dan Mayor video series. I'm Brian Burke. We'd like to share Dan's fresh vision with you. It's a vision based on the firm foundation of a government we can all afford and a government that leaves no one behind. Dan, you've been a city councillor since 2010. Has your vision about the city changed since you were first elected 4 years ago?
Thanks, Brian, for the question. You know, when I was first elected, I believed in community building first, and that I would be a sharp pencil on all the issues that I could be. I now realize that the foundation of a good government, especially in today's era, is that you have to watch after people's money first. So you have to be that sharp pencil, and then everything flows from that. So the community building, everything else, has to be premised on the fact you can afford it. For example, if you look at the issue of preventing some of the issues that we see on people that are on the street or at risk, we know that it costs about 10 times the amount of money to help those people. But if you're preventative, you can really not only save money, but you're doing the right thing, more importantly, and you're helping them with a smart, strategic, and a collaborative approach. And I think that's the real key here. And it leads into this concept of Innovation City. We don't have mountains, we don't have lakes. We have great people and great ideas here. Our community's been built on innovation, so the concept of looking at our city as something where we tap into people as the greatest asset we have, it's a renewable resource, and it can lead us to becoming one of the greatest mid-sized cities in North America. And I think that it can also lead us to becoming an intelligent community the way Waterloo has done. So I'm really excited about that.
Dan, I certainly think we all understand the idea of a government we can afford. But this idea of Innovation City sounds, well, expensive. What does it mean to the average person on the street?
Innovation, it sounds like it would cost a lot of money, Brian, but really what it's about is the opportunity to save money, to look at things more creatively, and if anything, it probably would mean that not only are we using our greatest asset in our people, we have a much more vibrant community and a more efficient government. So on government we can afford, we'd be tapping into ideas from our staff, our great staff at City Hall. We'd also be listening to you about some of the ideas that you have to save us money. The other thing we would do is to look at projects. Beyond government we can afford, we'd have to look at ways to stretch money in neighborhoods. For instance, we could look at the concept of painted intersections to have traffic calming so that we wouldn't have full-blown traffic calming humps and that kind of thing that cause problems for our fire trucks. But a painted intersection would cost $1,000 and could be split with the community, and it could be a really cool way to build community as well at the same time. The other thing is looking at micro dog parks. A lot of people have dogs and it's a healthy way to interact in the community. We don't have to have a full-blown one. We can work with the neighborhoods and try and build something that's small throughout the city. The other aspect that we can look at is council meetings in every ward during the term so that we come to listen to your priorities, and the neighborhood association, we could do a tour with your neighborhood and listen to youth and seniors to hear what's important to you. And so similarly, I want to just say that it's important that, in my sense, that as mayor, I would encourage everyone who has the talents and the ideas to really share those with the city so we can become Innovation City and really one of the top places in North America, and something we can do within the budget we have, a government we can afford.
Dan, there's certainly a myriad of issues when it comes to anybody running for mayor of a major city, from transportation to seniors to youth, but it often seems to come down to one thing, and that's leadership. What makes you the leader that can make these things happen?
Why should you choose Dan Glenn Graham, mayor of the city of Kitchener? It really is the question for this election. And for me, I'm really proud to say that I've got 3 reasons, 3 different worlds that I represent, and the best of those. So first of all, I know City Hall. Secondly, I know community building. And third, I know the city. In terms of City Hall, I know how my way around City Hall. I've been successful in bringing forward a motion in my first year as councillor to freeze council wages and senior staff wages during a very tough budget year. I've also been successful in creating Car Free Sunday with my colleague in Waterloo, and though that carried on in Waterloo, it didn't here, I still think there's an opportunity there. In terms of my ideal city, I created that as in partnership for youth and youth engagement with the Kitchener Citizen to see youth have essays published and appear at City Council in a mini mock debate. I think that's been great for both youth engagement and their parents And in terms of community building, I've done that for 20 years. I've done that as president of my neighborhood, helped build a community center, but I've also done the hard work for communities that have had challenges. So 3 neighborhoods in my term I've helped with very serious challenges in terms of taking back their neighborhood and taking back their streets. They've been really pleased with the outcome, and I think it's really helped them to see that they have a major role to play, but so does the city. And lastly, I've lived in the real world and done thousands of successful mediations and facilitated meetings for over 20 years. So I not only know City Hall, but I know our city really well. And I've done lots of interviews with senior leaders in our community. I've done Leadership Waterloo Region. I've taken the Citizens Police Academy and many other aspects that make me a well-rounded leader that knows our city very well. In terms of our leadership, my style is roll up the sleeves, dig in, and work with people side by side until the job is done successfully. I know how to get things done. I know how to work with people from all sectors. I'm very proud to have been endorsed by Better Choices as the most progressive candidate in this election. And I think that you'll see, as you choose me mayor, that I live up to that, and I continue to walk with you and listen to you as I have done at the Kitchener Market every week, and I will continue to be at the Kitchener Market every week and in community centers to talk and listen to you. And beyond that, there's the concept, I think, of having a fresh vision, and one that is based on having the understanding that we really need to be able to afford our government, and because times are tough and a lot of people are struggling to stay in their homes, we really have to keep our government efficient and to be able to provide you with great service and make it affordable. So the other aspect, the flip side of that, of course, is leaving no one behind, and that means that we never should cut benefits to those people in need. My name is Dan Glenn Graham. I humbly ask for your support on October 27th.
The most important vote is an informed vote, and today you've made a choice to find out more information about Dan. We encourage you to check out the rest of his videos on everything from great neighborhoods to a greener Kitchener, jobs, 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 even the LRT and seniors. That could mean me someday. Once you've seen all of Dan's platform, we encourage you to check out the others and see that your choice to elect Dan mayor will be even more clear. The most important thing, of course, is to vote. Our next mayor deserves a strong mandate, and let's face it, 1 out of 4 just isn't good enough for this city and for our democracy. Thanks for watching, and remember, on October 27th, vote for Dan Glenn Graham. Strong government and government we can afford.